Well, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Elon After Hours. I'm Baylor Rodman.
And I'm Stephen Boehm. Let's get started and kick the night off, as we always do, with some news.
I'm sorry. Wait, I feel like we forgot something.
Me too.
Something just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, but like the monologue's written, our guests are here.
They are.
What else could we need?
I don't know. I think that's everything that we need for our
Halloween episode!
Oh! And crap, we forgot to wear our costumes. So
let's think of something we can wear.
Okay, yeah. Let's start over, shall we? Welcome to our very spooky episode of Elon After Hours. Stephen, why don't you tell everyone what our costumes are?
Well, I'm Stephen, and you're Baylor,
Yes,
but
that's right.
make it sexy.
That's right. That is right. Sexy time. Let's get into some news now. Let's kick it off. The MLB World Series is going on right now, and at Game 5, a man was carrying 2 beers back to his seat when he got hit in the chest with a baseball.
He said that he saw the ball coming towards him, and he made a game-time decision to let it hit him in the chest so that he didn't have to drop either of the drinks he was carrying.
That's right.
Kind of like this next story. An Arizona man spent 3 years building a pyramid made out of 1,030,315 pennies. And he just cashed in that change for $10,303.15.
Wow. You know, these are riveting stories. You're informing our viewers about, you know, every story that's impacting their lives as a whole. So continue your job because you're kicking it out of the park.
I will. A New Jersey woman threw a message in a Starbucks Frappuccino bottle into...
Whoa. What was the flavor?
That's your question?
Yes, that's the important question.
I'm sorry, that's what you're asking? What about the message?
I mean, I guess. You're smearing New Jersey people here, so why? What did the message say?
Well, when the bottle reached land 6 weeks later in Newfoundland, it said Baylor asks stupid questions.
Okay, you know, I want to know who wrote that question, okay? May have been my own mother. I have to call her. She sometimes likes to pull these tranks, but she loves me, so I don't think she would do that. Speaking of coffee, that's what we were just talking about. A commercial flight from Frankfurt to Cancun with 326 people on board was forced to make an emergency landing when hot coffee was accidentally spilled over the cockpit control panel. Jeez, I know. It's, hey, true story, and wow, could you imagine having to fly the rest of a plane with that going on? Snakes are attacking each other left and right, not only on Elon's campus, but in Gainesville, Florida. A professor from the University of Florida tweeted a video of 2 snakes fighting before getting stung by a bee. Gee.
Wow. Well, happy Halloween. Things are already getting spooky as Eric Trump is already getting ready for Christmas. His oddly timed holiday shout-out went viral faster than the mumps spread around Elon.
Oh! Burn! Speaking of Christmas, this is my favorite story of the night. A drunken Santa Claus was arrested in California, typical, this past weekend. His apology letter read, quote, "Dear Santa, I'm so sorry. I stole your red suit. I was drunk and I made some poor decisions and poor choices. I know it's not October. I mean, it's pretty hot out there. Too hot for this suit, but I was drunk. Poor choices." End quote. That was a quote, by the way. Okay, this was not me. I just, for the record, for the future, that's a quote. Looks like Santa's going to have to put himself on the naughty list this year, though. So we'll check back.
In similar news, an Iowa man was just arrested for underage drinking after attempting to use a McLovin fake ID. That was a super bad plan.
Turning to authority, a security guard in Wisconsin handcuffed himself because he was bored. The issue was he left his keys to unlock himself at home.
I just want to know what he was doing with handcuffs at home.
Yeah. You know, I think we know the answer to that, but we don't want to know, so I say we move forth.
We move forward. We have a great show for you tonight. The creators of the new Elon student app, CampU, are here.
Yeah, and our performer tonight is Sabataj. You don't want to miss it, so stay close. After Hours continues right after the break.
welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. I have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with a couple of really exciting guests tonight, the creators of an app that was formed here at Elon's campus called CampU. And these people that I'm sitting with are named Dan, Tom, Gabe, and Cole. So thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so first of all, what is CampU?
I'm going to take that one.
Sure. So CampU is a 8-second video sharing platform. Right now we're only at Elon, so you have to sign up with your elon.edu email. Once you verify, you're in. And so what you come to first is the main feed, which just has the videos that anyone posts, and then the next tab is the top 10, where we take the most liked videos from that week and put them 1 through 10. That list refreshes once a week, so you can sort of see the best content from each week, and there are no followers or anything like that, so it's kind of just a place for everyone to share content.
That's awesome. Thank you. Is there any kind of content that's coming up on the app that you guys are really enjoying so far?
There's been a few good videos. There's been a few very like Elon videos, I guess. And yeah, there's not as much like stupid content as I guess I was originally expecting, which I'm happy about, don't get me wrong.
What do you mean by stupid content?
Like shenanigans, kind of your typical. The idea of the app was kind of to mimic like what you're experiencing when you're on like Barstool Elon.
Okay.
So just kind of sort of that sort of content.
Okay.
Yeah.
The number one, or the number one video on the top 10 list right now is a squirrel clenching a White Claw. Which is kind of funny. That has the most likes, so that's a pretty Elon video. I think it's very representative.
That's a pretty Elon video. Yeah. Where did you guys get the idea for the app?
Yeah, so it was kind of, Dan had to watch The Social Network for, what is your comp?
For my comp class.
Yeah, his comp class. And I watched it with him, and he texted me the next day. He's like, "Hey, we should do something in social media," and I'm like, "There's nothing to do. Like, it's all filled. We got so much. We have too much, in my opinion." And he's like, "Well, like, there's got to be something. Like, they're all Snapchat, Instagram's 10 years old." So I'm like, "All right, but what though?" And we made a joke that like Gabe would just steal the idea because the whole thing in social network is Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea. But we went back, went to his room because we were on the same floor, and we kind of just started brainstorming. He pitched kind of app based on popularity, I based a college exclusive platform, and we kind of just merged them together and created what we have now. So in my opinion, it's a truly co-founded idea.
Yeah. And how long ago was that initial idea formed? How long has this process been?
That was in May.
Okay.
So we sort of formed the idea, got Gabe and sort of Cole together, and the initial plan was that even though they didn't know how to code iPhone apps or really anything with mobile development, they would learn and do it all in one summer. As we see, that was a little bit ridiculous task to ask them, even though they are gifted students. And so we were kind of dead in the water midsummer, and then in July I decided to post on a freelance website. And we interviewed a bunch of people, and then we came across a kid named Will from New York who was going into his freshman year at BU, and he's actually a triplet with a brother who started here this fall, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So we really liked him. I drove down to Tom's house in Connecticut, and then like a couple days later after talking to him, and then we drove over to New York, and we met him. We told him everything in more specifics. He seemed like a great fit. We hired him on the spot, and he's been working on it ever since. So that was like July 16th or 17th. Yeah.
So I know that when you initially log into the app, right now it says Camp Elon and Camp High Point. Is it going to stay that way, or where do you see the app going in the future?
I mean, yeah, we just at Camp Elon. It's sort of just like testing the waters, seeing how it works, learning experiences, like seeing how it's going. We'll eventually expand. Whether High Point's the first one, obviously still to be decided. It's on there right now. It could easily change, but that very well could be our next target.
Okay.
We do see us expanding to North Carolina schools, and then from there, honestly, we'll try to just reach out to friends who go to universities. Like I have friends at Quinnipiac, Yale, and try to maybe reach at those schools too eventually after we get kind of the state of North Carolina involved.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you have anything else to add to that.
Yeah, if you click on the high point button right now, it actually doesn't do anything. It
Oh,
doesn't
really?
take you anywhere. Yeah, people have asked that too, but it's funny, no one has tried to click on it.
Yeah.
So there's no Camp High Point set up or anything. We just kind of did that to show that like we're not trying to impersonate the school or say like this was made by the school or something, kind of show that this will be at multiple schools
That makes
soon,
sense.
hopefully.
Yeah. What other changes have you guys noticed that might need to be made after this sort of Elon beta test?
I mean, there's all sorts of kind of just little bugs here and there. You know, people are just having issues posting, but nothing really major. I mean, we're probably just going to look at changing the UI here and there, which is like what it looks like to like your average user, and making it kind of just a little bit more clean.
Okay.
But nothing major.
Yeah. And then last question I have is, what were all of your individual roles, and how does the process for creating an app go? Like, what did you have to do?
I'll just start off with the quick thing, and then he'll kind of take it, kind of what we learned. We kind of do everything. As a startup, just starting out, you kind of just do what's needed to be done. But more specifically, I mean, you can talk about what you do specifically, and then we'll go down the line.
So I'm CEO, so I kind of oversee everything.
Does that feel good to say?
Telling people that? Yeah. I met with a small business lawyer and set up the LLC, and we have trademark pending. I handle the finances. I guess we all talk with our developer, but I just kind of have a very good big picture idea of what's going on and what deadlines we need to meet and things like that. So I kind of know with everyone's individual roles what they should be accomplishing and working towards.
Yeah, and I'll jump in because you said finances. How are you guys making money, or are you making money, or do you plan to?
So we are losing money.
Okay.
Right now. Actively losing money. Every day, once we get over a certain point, we start spending money.
Okay.
Depending on usage, but it's not that much, especially at one college campus where we could only get to 6,000 or 7,000 kids.
Okay.
So the obvious path for any social media app is advertising or something like that. But we would never implement that until we were sure how to do it, and until our app was popular enough that we could maintain users, not lose them without putting ads. But we think local ads could definitely be a big thing, because those are the businesses that are trying to market to college campuses the most.
Okay, we are out of time, so if I can just get your positions really quick.
I'm CFO, so I just handle I co-handle finance with him, and one of my main things is reaching out to investors, looking for maybe our seed round in the next coming months, and kind of communicating with them.
Awesome.
I guess I'm kind of an ideas guy and also the head of like tech support. Kind of. I kind of translate what the things that the developer says in code to these guys who don't understand code.
Gotcha.
So like he tells me concepts in like coding languages, and I'll explain what they actually do to these guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Gabe and I kind of both started as software engineers before we kind of realized that wasn't exactly going to be possible, and then I moved pretty quickly to just being kind of graphic design.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Really, really enjoyed it and appreciated it. And make sure you keep watching, because we have a great game coming up with Baylor and with our musical guest, Sabataj. So stay tuned.
After Hours. Super excited to be here for our special Halloween episode. But we are here sitting now on the couch with Sabataj, who is an Elon senior and is going to be singing for us just a little bit later. But now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and play a fun little game. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's break it.
All right, so this is what the game. We're doing a 4-word story, okay? So we're going to go around, say 4 words. Each person says 4 words. And at some point, we have to create a story. So I wasn't told this, but I'm thinking maybe after 3 rotations, like we'll have to sort of conclude the story.
Okay, I'm good with
We'll
that.
talk and analyze about what we think about that story.
Okay.
And then we can always create another one.
Perfect.
All right, so Steven, we'll let you kick it off.
Okay. This morning I sat
on a table and
This morning I sat on a table and I typed my paper.
Wasn't expecting the sentence to end. Let's see. My jorts fell off.
your what?
My jorts, my jean shorts.
Oh, your jean shorts. It was quite breezy.
Quite breezy. They got a view. Those in the room.
Of my whole paper.
Hey! Very good.
Ahoy! I spot a.
Oh no.
Jesus. Ahoy, I spot a. Don't laugh at me. A really good story to. I can't use a fifth word, so you can.
Well, that was the third. Should I just finish it right now?
Oh, yeah.
A really good story. No, we can just end it on a really good story too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What do we think about that one?
Yeah, what do we think? Let's analyze it. So, what was the paper that we were writing? Go.
The paper that we were writing must have been something serious enough that it blew off my jorts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Must have been something pretty heavy.
Yeah.
What would you think?
No, yeah, paper, we took the phrase "knock your socks off" to another level.
Yeah, we did.
We ripped off the whole.
All right. I say we do one more. Let's try and keep it Halloween themed.
Okay.
Okay. Because
I
this
like
is
that.
our Halloween episode. We've done nothing Halloweeny. So let's. That's the joke. So
That's
you
great.
get it. So we'll do that. Sabataj, you want to start us off?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Michael Myers saw me.
Oh my God. Trick or treating today.
Butt naked in.
Cape Crystal Lake and
I really want to say words that they'll have to bleep out. What was yours again?
Camp Crystal Lake and
Camp Crystal Lake. I looked so fantastic.
That's a bold statement.
That's
Well,
a very bold
That's a
statement.
bold statement.
That's what's up.
Come on. Yeah.
I admire that.
I got ready to
Take a dip in
Taking a dip in the shower with a
big hairy Michael Myers.
That's a pretty good story.
For me, that's good.
That's good for me. What do we think about it? Did it
don't-
get you in the Halloween spirit, Sabataj?
It did, and we came around full circle. We started with Michael, ended with Michael in the shower. That's great.
All right, very good. Well, listen, Sabataj is going to be joining us again, so don't go anywhere because we got a great performance coming up after hours, right after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us through our very special Halloween episode. And to close it out, we have a very special performance. Elon's very own Sabataj is about to perform a song off of his most recent album, Sophomore Year. What are you going to be performing for us?
This is a track called Bronx Tale.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. Take it away, man.
Thank you, thank you. Let's get it cracking. I like that right now. Yeah. I'm gonna ease y'all into this one right here. So y'all listen up. Take you through a journey real quick. Okay. Setting it off, letting it off, make it, I'll take it and break it just like a record in stores. The way I feast, got pioneers respecting the bull. I got bars in my jeans and they never come short. Was a class clown fool in school with mad tardies. These dudes think it's cool, smoke jewels at frat parties. Not gonna act sorry, I'm speaking my mind. Call me arrogant or cocky, that's fine. Not lying, in the classroom, I used to be one of a kind. And I still am, but now I'm the only one of my kind. Quite disturbing. This is for the people people that don't know diddly and only know no diggity from Pitch Perfect. Claim they like rap, but just listen to EMI. NEM, that's not rap, that's all I like, one guy. I told you I'm a locomotive, but I ain't baby feeding you. I leave that open for y'all to discuss why. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. You can't reenact this. The look on your face tells me you still don't get the big picture of what rap is. Leonardo Ritardo, let me paint you a canvas so maybe you'll understand the dopest one on this campus. Screw that the world, screw that the galaxy. Rock it till I'm a star, Lord please, this cat is whack to me. My content's like puberty, bump me, agony. You make Looney Tunes like Bugsby, Acme. And you wanna know what bugs me? Actually, when the rapper thinks they're good enough to come after me, I kill them all casually, make their heart stop, have them wake up in the ear like, what's up, doc? That's a blackout. See me then back out, blow the crowd away, and I ain't have to bring the gats out. I don't spit fire, I spit firearms, AK-47s and M4 car. Bonds, fine, I made it clear, don't attack me. My artillery member, boy, where the Gatsby? I want J Money, Z and Gatsby. Rap's an old sport, and I'm gunning the track meet. You know Gatlin, which means I'm running. Usain Bolt, I'm sprinting but not fronting. Jamaican and American like Big Smith and Wesson. Bust a rhyme at any time I've been Smith and Wesson. Up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live. Now up and down and side to side, the tales of a Bronx kid at you live.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Really,
man.
really appreciated
I
it.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, everyone, we hope you enjoyed your Halloween, and thank you for sticking with us this long. We really appreciate it. Make sure, well, first of all, where can we find your music?
You can find my music all streaming platforms,
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, whatever you listen to it, I'm on there.
And what's your most recent album called?
Sophomore year.
So make sure you check that out, and then make sure you also follow us on all of your social media. We got Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So follow us at Elon After Hours. Thanks again, and happy Halloween.